Hi guys, it's me, Victoria. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. This is Ultraviolet Beauty, and I'm so appreciative that you decided to watch my video. I have been wanting to do this for so long, and I put it off for so many different reasons. I don't know why I kept putting it off, but here I am, and I'm so excited to start doing videos for you guys. Please, if you like what you see, comment, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and tell me what you want to see in the comments. Turn on that notification bell so you can see more of my videos to come and always know when I'm uploading. This is my Ultra Bronze Glam. This is like my go-to look for anything. My favorite event makeup. If I'm not sure what I'm wearing, I'll default to this. I put this look on all the time. This is what I was wearing to take my ID photo for my driver's license this year, and yeah, I did look like a drag queen, but I loved it. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Also, I wish you guys let me know that I had lipstick on my teeth. I'll remember that because it was all over the place. Alright, so getting started with my full face, this would be my going out look. This is like my go-to. I don't care where I'm going really, but if I know it's like a special event or just I'm not sure what kind of makeup I'm gonna do, this is what I go to every single time. All the products on my eyes will be from Beige Cosmetics. They're super affordable, and I just think their palettes for the price are incredibly well made and just awesome for the price. So if you don't have anything from Beige Cosmetics, the palettes I'm gonna be using are really great ones to start out with. If you're not sure about the brand or you've never heard of them or you wanna try some stuff, they will be great. But I'm gonna start by priming my face. I already did like my skincare and washed my face and stuff today. I've toned my face and used moisturizer, but I'm gonna start with my primer. Now this, don't be alarmed when I show you what this is. This is the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. This is, I think, like an old drag trick, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, it's like a silicone primer. It could be an easy dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish primer or like Maybelline Baby Skin or anything like that. It's like one of those clear gel, like dimethicone, silicone type primers. But it's really nice and smoothing on the skin. It hasn't made me break out at all. I feel like some of you with sensitive skin, it may clog your pores and cause a little bit of issues, so just be careful of that. If you want to try it, it's super cheap. It's like $5 and change at Walmart. If you want to give that a shot, definitely go for it. So I'm going to use this Monistat gel as a primer, and I like to put this all over my face. I know some people just put it in like their T-zone area because, you know, of the smoothing properties in that area, because that's usually where we have the most pores. But I put it all over, and honestly, like I said, it didn't make me break out at all. If you already have experience with silicone-based primers, then you'll know if you can use this or stay away from it. And now on that chin and my smile lines. I'm very expressive, so I have to like really set my smile lines and use good primers on my smile lines. So I got this Catrice Prime and Fine Line Smoother from Ulta. It's again like a smoothing dimethicone, kind of has a slip feeling to it type of primer. And this just goes under your eyes. It actually does help because I have crinkly under eyes, so if I try and bake my under eyes, guys, I look 306 years old. It's really bad. I just can't do it. So I like to lightly set my under eyes, and I do get creasing sometimes, a little tiny bit, but it's better than having these crinkly, crusty under eyes. So I just rub it in with my ring finger and try and like pat it out. Now, as if we didn't prime enough, I'm gonna use this Hydrating Primer Mist from Hard Candy. This is probably another one of my favorite products. Also drugstore, obviously. I'm a drugstore kind of girl, guys. But I'm gonna use this now, so I'm gonna spray my face with this. And I like to use my makeup wipes as a fan. I'm so sorry if this is really loud. That's good enough. It'll soak in. So now that we're completely primed, I promise that's the end of the primers for real. I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I've been trying out some new foundations. I've really been liking them. So if you don't follow the Taylor on YouTube, she's awesome. She does 15 days of foundation. She tries so many different kinds. She has a lot of great, just really like some different videos on her channel. She started using and recommending CYO Beauty. I have a couple of their foundations. You can buy this through Walgreens. I have not been able to find it through any other retailer, but you have to buy this online, at least near me. This is the No Shine Zone matte foundation, and this is the one I'm gonna be using today. But I mix these a lot actually, and I love them. And I use shade 203, which probably will not match me. My face and my neck are super white. My body has a tan. Like, look at my, look at that. So I'm gonna put this just on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use the Eco Tools Perfecting Sponge, or whatever this one is. I love this sponge. Hands down my favorite sponge. So I'm just gonna start dabbing on my foundation and covering up all these little weird pimples we got going on. You gotta make sure you bring this stuff down the neck. I'm gonna try and cover up these little gross pimples I have going on. It's because I picked them that they look that bad. Alright, and I just take my time around my eyebrows because this is gonna end up all in my hairline, honestly. It just always is what happens. Oh, I also take it on my ears too because I have really red ears. We gotta cover up Mo up here, big Mo. I'm growing a unicorn horn up here, it seems. All right, so now that we're like in between the brows, you can definitely tell I don't have any foundation there, and we gotta match everything up. I'm gonna go in, I love this brush for like concealer and doing this detailed foundation work. This is the Morphe E3. Looks like this. It's like a little round dome brush. This was the E3. And I like to use this for stippling, not really stippling, but blending around the eyebrows once I do my foundation first. It's just nice and fluffy for that. Dang, Big Mo up here does not want to get covered. Like, he is here to stay, it seems. Great. Awesome. Okay, make sure you really bring it around your jaw. I have a very, very intense jawline for a female. So I really gotta like hug the curve of my jawline. Alright, so then I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is what I've been using every day. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I'm gonna take this on my eyelid to prime my eyelids. I have very veiny eyelids, so I need like a nice clean slate for eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna conceal in my normal areas, so I will bring it in my triangle shape under my eyes. I use a lot of concealer. It looks crazy, but it won't, I promise. Down the bridge of my nose, try and straighten out my nose a little bit. I don't have really a crooked nose, but I have a bone right here that's, I didn't ask to have. A little annoying. And then I'm gonna do my forehead. You know, gotta do the tribal, the war paint pretty much. And on my chin, because we got friends down there that we gotta hide, you know, and on my cupid's bow a little bit. You wanna let the concealer sit there for a second, and it'll give you more coverage. I'm gonna do my under eyes. Oh, and I was using the shade Porcelain 110. Oh, I have some friends on the side of my face too, man. I thought my skin was looking good, guys. It was looking better than it was a while ago. But I guess I played myself a little bit. And then for where I primed on my eyelids, I'm gonna take that same Morphe E3 brush, and I'm just gonna smooth it out with the brush. And I just wanna stipple like this in between the brows too. Just make sure everything's matching. All right, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I need some chapstick. My favorite chapstick is the Burt's Bees Mango. Mango anything I'm obsessed with. And I have some nice foundation lips too. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go in and set my under eyes. I'm just gonna make sure every crease that I possibly can is patted out, because we don't want to set creases. All right, you gotta have your powder and everything that you're using to set your under eyes ready, because you're gonna be patting these out and then you're gonna look down and you're gonna come back up and you're gonna have creases again. So make sure you're freaking ready to go. This is not a game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of powder in that area and kind of bake it, but not really. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This is in the shade Fair Light. I really like this for setting. Like, I think this is the best drugstore loose powder. Like, really though. I'm just gonna, and if you have too much powder, just like dab it off on the back of your hand, and I'm just gonna set right in that corner. Now, to set the rest of my under eyes, I'm going to be using, now this isn't an actual setting powder, but this is what I use it for, and it worked really nicely on my crinkly under eyes, my crinkly french fry under eyes. This is the Essence Brighten Up powder. This is like a banana powder, but it's so fair, it almost looks white. So I'm gonna be using, now this is also not a setting brush, but this is what I use it for. This is the e.l.f. highlighting brush. And I know you're like, who highlights with something that big? Like, you could, you know, buff out highlight with that, but it's really great for the under eyes. So I use that Essence Brighten Up powder, and I'm just gonna run this powder under my eye. Like, if I have a little bit of wrinklage, it is what it is. All right, so I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna use this Fit Me powder to bake my smile lines and my chin and all the places that I laugh a lot and smile a lot and they just crinkle up immediately. I didn't set my forehead, and I haven't been setting my forehead because I find it does make it look cakey up there. Once I have like bronzer and stuff on it, it does look fine that way. I mean, maybe like a little right here, whatever's left on this brush, a little bit here between my eyebrows. I look very washed out and blank right now, but we're gonna fix that. So we're gonna go in and bronze. This is one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine. Without bronzer, I can't live. That's dramatic, but I mean it. So this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you haven't tried this bronzer, you need to try it. It's so good. It goes on so smooth. I use that e.l.f. highlighting brush to put this on my cheeks. I started using it for my blush and my bronzer, and I love how it applies everything. So I like to do stamping motions instead of blending at first. So I'll just stamp, I'm just gonna stamp this on, and I kind of just do bronzing and kind of contouring at the same time. I hope it doesn't look super orange on camera because it really doesn't look like that in real life. Yeah, it's looking orange, but it's really not, I promise. So I do kind of bring it onto my main cheek area just to give myself a little bit of glow. And then I stamp this on my forehead as well. And really try and bring it into my hairline, because if you don't, like, oh my god, it's just like a stark white line and it looks crazy. And then if it looks crazy, we'll go in, and it looks freaking super orange right now, and it doesn't look like that in real life. I bring it around my jawline. But see, now that I'm seeing that this is kind of harsh right here, I will go in and like blend a little bit more. And then what I like to do is I will take a brush for my nose to kind of contour my nose. So I'll still use this bronzer. If I do put too much, it does look a little too warm sometimes. I've been using this ColourPop Small Fluff brush. It's the F5 brush, and I have been using this for contouring my nose. Nose contour on me can get real crazy. And then I do put it at the tip of my nose. And now if I feel like I did too much, I will take a face powder. This is just the Fit Me pressed powder in shade 220 Natural Beige. I just try and like veil this bronzer a little bit if I feel like it looks too dark, which is basically like just kind of like helping to soften the way it looks. Now, before I move on to my eyes, I'm gonna highlight. My favorite highlighter, I have not been able to put this down since I bought it, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight, and I wear it literally every single day, and I put it on with the BH Cosmetics 140 highlighting brush. I'm just gonna highlight, and ooh, yes. It's one of my favorite parts of my makeup. And I'm gonna take it on my Cupid's bow at the top, tip of my nose. Oh, I almost dropped it. Oh my God. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes. I'm just gonna set the eye real quickly with that same E3 brush I was using earlier. This is the, I'll show it this way. Oh my God, it's so big. Look how beautiful that is. Tell me that doesn't remind you of a Morphe 350. It's awesome quality. Highly recommend this. Goes on sale all the time. This is my BH number 5 brush from the Rose Gold collection. I think I'm gonna start with this shade right here. This is the third one in the second row. And I'm just gonna start with this as a transition. So I'm gonna work this. We'll take this up kind of high because I don't have a lot of lid space, but I do have a lot of space between my crease of my eye and my brow bone. I just like to get a nice warm wash of color on. So we have that shade down. I'm gonna go in with the smaller blender in that signature Rose Gold collection, and this is the 6 brush. I'm gonna go in with the second row color 5th shade. We're just gonna deepen the crease up a little bit. Make sure you tap off your brush because these are really pigmented. And I'm just gonna be bringing that lower and tighter into the crease. Just wanna get that gradient going. Basically this palette's really nice, I feel like, for beginners too, because not only does it have like a million shades that you can choose from, but the way that the colors are laid out, it's super easy to create a gradient, a nice easy gradient. So I'm just gonna be building that up really closer to the crease. And then I like to go back and forth. Like I like to go back with the first shade I used, that lighter color that was 2 shades down, and just kind of make sure that I'm blending. So there's no harsh lines between the two. I'm gonna use my little color switcher. This is from Primark, and it was like $5, and it basically just rub your brush into it and it'll take the pigment off so you can move to the next color. I'm gonna mix the 2 end shades here and put that even deeper in my crease. And I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild large eyeshadow brush, I think. And I'm gonna be taking that right into my socket. And really be careful with these really deeper shades because I'm pretty sure I just smacked it on and it might take me a little longer to blend out because I just really stamped it in there. Everything I do I feel like turns into a smoky eye. So this is the beautiful shade I was talking about, and it is in the BH Solar Flare palette. Hold on, there we go. BH Solar Flare, honestly top 3 favorite palettes of all time. My favorite shade in this palette, the one I was talking about, is this one right here. It's called Ozone. You can see clearly it's used more than any of the other shades in the palette because I go to this shade all the time. And I'm gonna use this little BH number 10 brush from that same collection. Yeah, it's so stunning. I've never liked baked shadows ever in my life until I used BH baked shadows. I just go back in and redefine that deeper crease shade just to make sure there's no shimmer like really extending past that point. And then I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna use the same shades that I used under my eye after I add some of this. So I'm gonna use that deepest shade in that row again, this one. And I'm gonna bring that onto the lid as well so I can fade that ozone shade into it. This is the Eco Tool. This is the Blend and Smudge brush. There's two sides to it. I'm gonna use this camel shade and the deeper shade under my lower lash line. Go under my lower lash line. All right. And then we're just gonna use that last shade in that row too on the outer corner and matching it to the top. And then we're gonna flip that and use the blending side again. I'm gonna take this new brush I got. It's Real Techniques. It was in like a little eye duo that I just picked up from Ulta, and it is called the Instapop Crease Brush. So I'm gonna be using the Amrezy highlight again. I love this on the inner corner. It looks so good. Woo! Do you see the inner corner, guys? Do you see? This brush is perfect for this. And then I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna put this under my brow bone a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do my other eye, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll do liner and lashes and lips. Look at that though. Like, look at night and day. Are you kidding me? Wait until we get liner and lashes and put our hair down. Over for y'all. All right, guys, so I went and I did the other side of my eye. You can see what we're looking like. I'm gonna do my liner and lashes, and then I'll be back, because that stuff takes me a while and I'm not quite ready to show you how long it takes for me to put on my lashes, but I will tell you what I used and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. Got my lashes on. Now, I'm not telling you that they look perfect, but they're better than my eyelashes, and that's fine. And I use the Ardell 252 Mega Volume lashes. I love these. They are super dramatic, if you can't tell, and they're a little like wonky on the inside. I used my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. People sleep on this mascara. It's the only one that makes my lashes look good, and I've tried a lot of mascaras, and I put my lashes on first and then blended my mascara into the lash. I realized that I forgot to use blush, so I'm gonna go in with an old favorite today using, oops. I'm gonna be using Milani Luminoso blush. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that and give myself a little bit of a peachy glow to match the warmth we got going on in the eyes. I'm just gonna use that e.l.f. brush that we used to contour and bronze with. All we have left to do is our lip. And my favorite combo with this eye look is to use, look how tiny this is, guys. This is a NYX liner, lip liner. It's the Slide On, Glide On, really long name, waterproof lip pencil in the color Sugar Glass. I'm gonna just line my lips. And I'm gonna fill in my whole lip with this color as well. This is just like a pretty, kind of like a deeper peachy nude. And I'm gonna finish it off with the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer Lip Gloss in the color Unreal. It's one of my favorite glosses. So there's a lot of color to it. Awesome. And we're gonna finish off with our setting spray. And that is the Hard Candy Longwear setting spray. It smells like cucumber. I think it's kind of a dupe for the Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. And I'm just gonna douse myself in this. And I'm gonna use my makeup wipes again. Oh, God. My hair looks a little janky, but... And this is the finished look, guys.